Radio today. Also, AMFM 247.com. Tune in, iTunes, and you can find us each and every day over there at JIGGY.com. And we've got a great guest going to join us here in just a few moments. Kris Lagher is with us. He is going to be part of a gigantic show at the Red Shed coming up this weekend. And, Kris, you've got this brand new album. There is so much stuff going on with you. First of all, for folks that have been hiding under a rock for the last couple of years and don't know anything about Kris Lagher, give us a little bit of an intro and a refresher for the folks that do know who you are.
Well, I'm a musician that really enjoys just jamming and having fun, playing guitar, singing songs that people can clap and sing along with and dance to. And my mantra is celebrate life, because I just love all styles of music, and like I said, bringing it to people and allowing the music to be a thing that lifts people's spirits and gives you a reason to congregate and get together with kindred spirits. So that's kind of my vibe.
That's awesome. Well, you are quite the individual. I know I've been hearing from all sorts of different people when they knew that you were going to be coming to Hutchinson that they are just gaga. Tell us a little bit about some of the different things you've been doing lately. I know you've got this brand new album. We're going to talk about that here a little bit. But what have you been up to touring wise and everything else?
Well, I'm busier than ever. I got 3 kids that I'm trying to be present with and enjoy. And I got a wife, too, that I'm trying to do the same with. So, and then you throw all the fact that I did the October West Coast run and back.
Yeah.
I just recorded a record with Jackson Stokes a couple weeks ago at my studio, who was a killer St. Louis musician. And I'm trying to finish the mixes on my record, the second record that I recorded while I was in the pandemic. So the first record I recorded was this Blues Lover album that dropped in October. And so that's the one I've been pushing. And it was just like a passion pandemic project where I wanted to record a blues record, because blues was my entry point to picking up the guitar. When I picked up the guitar, I wanted to play blues. So, and I've never really done a blues record, so it was just something fun that I was like, I'm going to do. So I recorded that during the pandemic, and then I recorded a second original record full of my songs that are going to come out here in the next couple months, hopefully by spring.
That's fantastic. That is amazing. So, what exactly did you do as far as the writing process to bring this new collection of music to life?
Well, the current collection is the only record I've never really wrote the majority of the music. I only wrote 2 songs off this new record, 2 out of 10. The other 8 are like 8 of my favorite blues songs that I've been playing for, some of them for 20 years, some of them for a few years. So it was just kind of a musical statement and almost like a time capsule.
Yeah.
And so like when I'm playing with other musicians, I can be like, this is how I like this particular blues song to go. And they got a reference. It was almost like a reference point for me, more than anything else, more than like an artistic statement.
That's awesome.
It was just something I wanted to do,
That's awesome. Kris Lagher with us today. He's going to be part of a giant show at the Red Shed coming up this weekend. And so with your new collection of music, what are some of your goals for this record?
Well, for this upcoming record, a lot of the tunes are spirituals in the sense that they're written in a sense that I'm trying to lift up my spirits and the spirits of the listener. So I definitely come at music with an angle of how it's going to affect the listener. And even before that, it's that's how it affects me as the writer and this guy who's going to sing it every night. I don't want to, I really believe we're defined by the stories we tell. So I make it a mission to tell good stories. And, so that there's a large part of that. And then there's also parts where there's a couple songs where it's like, where it's almost like self-affirming messages where it's like I gotta do this, or there's a song called "You Ain't Gonna Do Me Like That," which is one of my favorite songs off the forthcoming record that we're going to release by spring. So it's not like it's bubble gums and rainbows necessarily. It's true to form life, and it's part of, sometimes you can lift up your spirits by allowing yourself to go down a dark path, and you can still find the light by the end of the tune, I believe, even if it's not just in your face. Music can be the music, even though I try to put a positive spin even on my dark tunes, let's put it that way.
That's awesome. We have got Kris Lagher with us today. He's going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series this weekend here in Hutchinson, Kansas. You can get your tickets online via the Red Shed's Facebook page or get on Eventbrite. Search Kris Lagher, and we're chatting with Kris Lagher today. He is a one-of-a-kind songwriter, guitarist, singer. He plays the keyboards. He is absolutely amazing. So what was the first instrument that you picked up when you started doing this music thing?
Guitar. It was guitar.
Yeah.
My old man got me a guitar for Christmas when I was 7. And it was one of those like Target guitars where it had the speaker in it. I think it's called
awesome.
The Terminator.
That's
in fact,
great.
I still got it. I got it right over here.
That's great. Look at that. That's badass.
Fish it out.
I think that's awesome because I don't talk to a lot of musicians that still have their very first guitar, so I think that is badass. And you still got that.
It's called the Terminator.
I think that's great.
Jimmy on the back. I remember doing that when I was just like 15 years old.
I think that's great. That's great. Kris Lagher with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast. So when did you decide you wanted to start playing the keyboards?
Our keyboardist had this old, it was like, I want to say Fender. No, yeah, it was a Fender Rhodes. And it was like a 1970s electric piano that was just heavy and god-awful as far as like, you had to really want to play it if you were going to bring it. Some players do tour with Fender Rhodes, but he needed a place to store this, and I stored it at my house. And that's when I first started playing keyboards.
That's great.
You hear me?
Yeah, we've got you. We've got you, my friend. We've got you.
All right,
so Kris Lagher is with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. So, Kris, this music collection, when do you start going back into the studio and putting new music out there now that this is out?
Oh, I'm in the studio right now. I was just cutting harmonies on this Christmas tune that I would love to release. I don't know if I'll release it or not, but I want to do it. I just talked to my buddy Lyle Davinsky, who said he'd do some harmonies on it. So that could be fun. And I'm hoping I can finish that. I wanted to work on it tonight here after we got done talking. So we'll see if I like the way it shapes up in the next day or two. I might just go ahead and release it.
That's great. That's great. Well, you are quite the musician. I look forward to seeing you at the Red Shed this weekend. And we are going to play some of your music right now, my friend. Thanks for doing this, and I look forward to chatting with you this weekend at the Red Shed. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening, my friend.
Thank you. Bless you and happy holidays. Much love.
Thank you, my man. There he goes. That's Kris Lagher. He joins us today here on our big broadcast, and we are coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio today. And we are going to go to some Kris Lagher right now here on our